Well, what's up, y'all? Happy Christmas and Merry New Year. You got to be a little bit older to get that joke. Anyway, here we are, Christmas season, and it seems like every other day on my phone, I'm getting some sort of notification in the news section, as if it's worth anything anyway, about how many people are stressed out during the holidays. I don't get that way anymore, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the number one way to avoid all that stress around the holidays. Now, they give you, I can't even tell you how many articles I went through, because when I found one or two of them popped up, I said, you know what, let me look out there and see how many of them are going on and see how many people are just absolutely stressed out of their minds. It was years ago. My family and I decided, look, the only real holidays we celebrate is essentially 4th of July and Thanksgiving. And the rest of it, is really surrounded about money and, consumerism, things like that, all the things that we've checked out of a long time ago. But people are absolutely stressed out. And it seems that the number one stress that causes other people stress is basically family. Or let's just break it down, people, okay? Well, when you get down to brass tacks on that, I've made a concerted effort, especially over the last year, to eliminate all those people in my life that may cause me stress. And it's been some of the people maybe on this platform, it's been some of the people in my life, or high maintenance people. Let me give you an example that I've given numerous times before, and this might make better sense. Okay, as a farmer, as a permaculture farmer, if I have a sheep, and I'm looking at them right now, if I have a sheep that jumps over the fence, either if it happens once or twice or it's a one-off, you just kind of dismiss it. But if it's a habitual thing, I'm going to get that sheep out of there, okay? It's not going to stay in there very long, and it's probably going to graduate to the freezer, because I'm not going to sell my problem children. If I got a rooster over there, let's say, that comes in at me every time I go in there to feed the rest of them, not going to keep him in there. There's a high likelihood, I'd say it's almost a certainty, that rooster is going to go in the pot, okay? I'm not going to breed bad behavior. If you have a cow that is violent, there is no doubt about it, I'm going Old Testament on that cow. Going to make some really good broth out of him, okay? So if I don't put up with bad behavior in animals, why on earth would I or anybody else put up with it in what should be a high-functioning human being? So that brings me right back to Christmas. Let's say Uncle John has a habit of saying really snide comments every time you're there. Or Aunt Sally, is always going to break your chops about how this or that or whatever the case may be. Or maybe you got a brother or sister. Look, them being family doesn't necessarily make them good for you. So, of all the advice, all this sage advice that was given to all these people out there concerning the holidays and how you should deal with it, all they do is just find mitigation strategies. I'm just saying, dismiss it. Now, I'm not by any means suggesting put Uncle John in a pot, even though he might deserve it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is maybe you just not even be there. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing all I can to simplify my life. I am doing everything possible to simplify every aspect of my life. I love simple. I despise people that bring drama or get off on it. So I will never intentionally put myself in the company of people that I know to be drama magnets, or people that are going to cause stress in my life. And whether that's family, a friend, or whomever it may be, I'm just not going to put myself in that situation. That is the one thing that not a single one of these articles covered, like saying, hey, don't go there. Or if you just have to be in the presence of these people, make it very brief. Okay, let's say you just have to show up there, or there's some people there obviously you do want to see. Well, maybe find times where you can see those people alone, or just limit your time there. But that wasn't even suggested in the article. So, as far as going out there spending money you don't have, I never understood that. Like I said, we were out of consumerism part of this for a long, long time. But I don't care if it's the holidays or whatever. I will not knowingly put myself in the company of people that I know create drama. And I'm not going to pretend to like people that I don't like. Just maybe I'm just getting too old for that, but it seems the older I get, the greater likelihood I have to despise nonsense. Let's just say it another way. I have a healthy dislike for dumb stuff and dumb people. And I'm not going to put myself in the presence of these people. So you know what? I avoid the stress altogether. I do. So, I mean, I don't celebrate Christmas, and, I have no problem with those who do. Well, this would be a very long video if I were to go down chapter and verse of why I only celebrate 4th of July and Thanksgiving, but that's not really what this video is about. It's about stress management and how I avoid it, and how, while everybody else is driving themselves nuts during the holidays, why I don't. Because I just choose not to be in those positions or those situations that are going to drive me crazy. So whether it be family or whether it be friends or whatever the situation may be, just avoid it altogether. You may choose, like I do, that during Christmas or whatever, like I said, I don't celebrate it. It's just another day to me. During those times, you know what? While everything's kind of slowed down a little bit, I'm going to take a little bit of time and get caught up on reading. I'm going to, maybe there's some old videos I want to watch, some things I want to catch up on. Maybe that's what I do, but I guarantee you, I will not be in the company of people that stress me out. Ever. And if I am, and I dismiss myself from those situations, you know the reasons why. If you ever find yourself, if you're around me and I dismiss myself, it's not always because that person's driving me stress. It's just, I just need to be in my own thoughts every once in a while. If I'm in a company of a lot of people and there's a lot of people around me, you're going to see me from time to time probably leave that environment because I don't do well in crowds, at least not for a long period of time. And it depends on the crowd as well. So anyway, the number one stress management tool during Christmas, New Year's, whatever the case may be, is don't be there. You're never going to hear that from any of these articles. All right. Thank you so much for your support. We'll see you next time.